Well, it is the second installment of this week's newsletter for Rhatigan Real Estate under the Irish Home Hub brand. This week, if you are under 50 years of age or you're a first-time buyer, you need to leave the room. This isn't for you. Okay, now that we're alone, I'm talking to all of you who live in a house that you've had for a long time. I'm not going to try and pitch you and get you to sell it because the market's hot or I have millions of buyers. This is to start that conversation in your head and amongst your loved ones as to why you're in that house. You may have 2 kids, 1 kid, 4 kids, 8 kids, maybe 8 kids if you have no TV at home. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. What I will say is, when you have a home, it serves a purpose for a specific period of time. As your life changes, so does that home. So does the requirements of that home. If you've had a house that was full of life, bustling, every bedroom door was being slammed every day of the week, and then you transition into that older stage of life where you've done your job, your kids have grown up, they've gone to college, they've gone to work in various different parts of the world, they've gone to explore and create their own lives, they create their own memories and their own journeys. You've done a phenomenal job. It's important that someone tells you that because not everyone does. But now what? You have a house that maybe isn't being used to its fullest advantage. You may have 4 bedrooms where the door is always closed and the only thing that each room is collecting or sleeping is dust. You hold out for that Christmas when John will come home from Dubai or Nicole will come home from another country. But that time maybe doesn't arrive as often as you thought. The odd Christmas comes, people come by, and for an afternoon a year, it's bustling, busy, and it feels like it always did. But for 99% of the time, it's not like that. This isn't to shame you into saying, why don't you leave this house for other people? This is to give you the opportunity to start that conversation about what's next. The best is yet to come. You aren't finished. You're not washed up. We're all living so much longer now. And I want to encourage people who have homes that maybe don't suit their needs. Big gardens, stairs that they dread walking up, spaces that they feel frustrated that they have to clean it so regularly. Start that conversation. Have that thought exercise as to, what if we moved here? What if we sold this and looked at something else? And I'm not drawing attention to the challenging market we have. At the moment, I'm talking about Irish people, but in the world. This is about having that conversation. Because much like something being on your mind, if you don't share it, no one else will either know it was an issue, know it was a concern, or be able to offer a solution. And involving your loved ones and your significant other is sometimes a great way to have that opportunity to say, we've really enjoyed the space, but maybe what's next? And that maybe means that you totally rejig the house and reconfigure it to your needs. Or maybe you say, maybe a 2-bed is enough in this location because I've always loved that spot. This isn't to make you do something you don't want to do, but it's to tell you that it's okay to have that conversation. And these things are like a menu. If you don't try, you'll never know. Except mushrooms, because I hate mushrooms. That's besides the point. Anyway, I'm going to leave this week's newsletter for you. Really just have that opportunity to think about it and discuss it with someone you love. Until next week.